Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, and we're on the south spawn of Mountain Pass. Now, the name of the commander of this vehicle is Diving Duck, and he sent this replay in after watching our channel for some time, and so we're happy to oblige and do the replay for him. Right, and battle has commenced. There's an interesting fact for you. Not a lot of people know the exact number of M44s that were built. Possibly the US government, but various sources say that the number built was between 250 and 600, and they don't know which. It didn't see service in the Second World War, but it did see service in the Korean War, and they were phased out before the Vietnam War. Now, this is a very unusual position to take, and Diving Duck has selected his first target, a Chi Nu. Oh no, he's going after the AMX-13AM that's been seen on top of the plateau. Round out. Oh, it just overshot, went behind, and I think that AMX knows he's being fired at, so he's pulled back. In fact, all the tanks on top of that hill, I think the sixth sense went off when that M5 Stuart breached the ridgeline. He's fired the round in. Oh, hit the rock to one side, knocked a few trees down. But I'm pretty sure that AMX 13AM is still up there. Ooh, KV2, that's a tempting target, but he's got a red line, so he can't fire at it. There is an OI he can fire at there, and yes, it's a kill shot. 95 hit points, that's lovely. And that saves the M5 from being turned to toast. Oh, there was a chaser. Yep, he got that, he saw it. That AMX is still there, but he's going for the M3 lead because it's a certain target he has seen. And that's a direct hit. 235 hit points, that was a good one. And yes, he's stunned and pulling back. There's a SAV M43 nearby, Swedish tank destroyer. Now he's lining up on that one next. You can see the yellow stain on the M3 where the shell hit. Overshot. Again, overshot to the right. But there's a Hetzer up there as well. And he was right next door to the SAV. I wonder if he can take out both at the same time. Okay. Hetzer, Tier 4 tank destroyer, rounds out. Oh, overshoots again. Falls behind, and this time to the left. But he stunned both of the TDs, so that's really helpful. But that Hetzer's still there, and he's got, it appears he's got the stock gun. Looks like the stock gun. It's got the muzzle brake on the end. Oh, he got him! He got him! He wiped him out that time. That was a good shot. Okay, the SAV is hiding behind the wreck. The only thing that's a big concern now for Diving Duck is that the enemy heavies are getting rather close to his left. And a Covenanter has appeared in the enemy cap area. And a Lux went up the cliff face to find the enemy Arty. And of course the enemy Arty wasn't home. So that must have been a bit disappointing for the Lux. But I doubt if that Lux is going to come down from that perch. Oh, good hit there on the T1 Heavy. Yeah, because T28 F30 is making its way towards the cap, and it looks like they're attacking the other Arty on their team, which is a Grilla. And yes, they have taken him out. But there's that KV2. Shell right into the side. Well, it actually splashed near the side. 211 hit points off that. Right, he's actually got a tank destroyer and the KV-1S, which is nearer, spotting for him, but he's going to have to pull around a little bit to get the shell over the top of the cliff face. He doesn't want to get seen by the enemy because there is still two enemy Arties, and they could. One of them, although, is a Sturmpanzer, and he can't reach this far, but the other one can. That's the AMX. Oh, in fact, actually, the AMX has been taken out, and there's only the Sturmpanzer, so he is fairly safe now from counter battery, and that VK has gone down. Okay, but there are still 2 heavy tanks close by, so he needs to stay reasonably safe in cover. Okay, he can shoot over the rocks here at that T1 heavy. In fact, he's the only one who can. Rounds out. Oh, that was fantastic! Kill shot, 161. In fact, yeah, he was the only one who could shoot over the rocks directly into those enemy, because he was the others. They were in defilade. The targets were in defilade. Right, T40 spotting for him at the moment. We know that there's that KV2 still there. Yeah, there he is. Okay, Diving Duck's taking aim. The KV2 is trying to use that rock face for cover. Of course, that won't protect him from splash. He can judge the shot right. He can splash the KV2. There's a rock. That rock extends down into the bush. But he does get a hit. He got it just to the right side of the rock face. So he got a lovely big hit for 194 hit points there. The KV-1S is now spotting for him because the T40 was taken out. But it's almost within range for shotgun. But he's still doing it via battle assistant. Now hopefully this KV-2 will come down to the corner. He knows the KV-1S is there, but he could derp that KV-1S if he's not careful. Now, get ready for the shot. Round out. Oh, kill shot! Beautiful! That was lovely. He was seen, but it doesn't matter because there's no enemy that can counter battery him now. And in fact, the only remaining enemy is the Lux, who made it all the way back to from the Diving Duck's cap and made his way all the way back to his own cap to prevent Diving Duck's team from winning. And the Lux is now up on top of the cliff face. He's dialing in the aim. Oh, he fired clutch, and that's why it missed. If he'd let the aim settle a little bit longer, I think that would have been a certain kill. But he appears to have platooned. Well, at least he was invited to platoon at the last second. Let's see if when the end results come up as to if he did platoon. He got a win 8 of 2259 on that battle, which is pretty good. Okay, and here's the end of battle results, and no, sadly he wasn't able to platoon in time, so he didn't get the Brothers in Arms. But he did get a 3rd class tankers badge. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, and that's exactly what he got. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7. And best of all, he got a high caliber. He did more damage to the enemy than anyone else on his team. And the actual recorded win 8 was 3292 off that battle, showing that he was at performing extremely well. In fact, I think he would have performed even better, because I'm sure he would have got that last kill on the Lux if he dialed in the aim fully before firing. But nevertheless, it's still a good result. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he scored the highest amount of damage, naturally, 1,487 hit points, and he got the joint highest number of kills, 4, with the STRV M42 57. When it came to XP, he came second with 644. He fired 13 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetrations and 6 splash. Did damage of 1,487 hit points, of which 1,212 were at more than 300 meters. He hit 8 of the enemy but killed 4 of them. He also did stun assistance damage of 43 hit points off 9 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 19,806 credits. And after ammunition resupply, and ammunition is really cheap for the 155mm howitzer, he came away with 13,241, which is still a decent score. He also received a bond for the High Calibre. He earned 644 XP, base XP, but it was ×2 for the first victory, and he had a personal reserves bonus going at the same time, so he took away 1,932 XP in total. So, yep. Why Arty should mark the target before releasing a marble. Well, really, to mark the target is to let your colleagues know where you're going to put the next shells, so they can put the follow-up fire in there, and that way you end up with lots and lots of stun assistance. It also helps to mark the target, so if your fellow Arty are aiming at the same target, you don't get 2 shells arriving and 1 being wasted because the target was destroyed shortly before the second shell arrived. But if the target is full health, and of course 2 Arty fire at it, then the first shell that lands does a lot of damage. The second one might end the tank, but if it doesn't, it'll certainly earn some stun assistance for the first Arty. That was a really good replay. Unusual position to take. I'm not sure I would have risked it, but I think if you'd stayed on the conventional position, I don't think you would have lived, so you made the right choice. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.